All right, folks, welcome back. This is Spoon TV. We apologize for the break in our work there. So we're currently here just around the Boulevard Junction area where the construction work of the overpasses is ongoing, as you can see. We have been informed that this particular machine here is what is responsible to dig for the pillars there, and is on pause for this minute. And as you can see, the workers are taking what might be a break at this moment. We do see some of the engineers there comparing their notes with their Liberian counterpart, taking numbers from readings and the rest. But it's an active construction zone as we speak. Since President Boakai did break ground for the construction to begin on the 2nd of September 2025, these guys have been working 7 days a week. This project is to go for 24 months. That is 2 years of construction period to construct 2 separate overpasses or interchanges that will span a distance of over 2.10 kilometers. We've been informed, but want to see if we can speak to some of the Liberian guys that are working on this project as they're taking their water break and all of that with their numbers on it. Those who are masoners are doing masonry work, and those who are steel benders and the rest. What's up, Chief? How you doing? Your name? Josh? Josh, what work are you doing here on the overpass construction? You're a carpenter. So how do you feel working on this particular project? Why? So you feel proud working on this project? What is it that you have to tell the Liberians who think that this might not happen? What is the spirit like amongst you Liberians working on this project, and the relationship with those who are the Chinese also working on this project?
Well, those who are the Chinese and they are our bosses, we also impress them, and we thought we need to do it. And to my friend at Brent, also telling that we should be happy to see this country getting more busy.
All right, thank you, George. So George there stating how proud he is working on this project. He's a carpenter. So there are carpenters, there are masoners, there are security guards, there are excavator operators, like that fellow there in the excavator. He's proud to be working on this project as well as his mountain. Let's see if we can speak to him as well. What's up, Chief? How you doing? I'm fine. Your name? I beg you, please speak louder for us.
I'm
Darlington Timan. What job do you do here? So you operate the excavator. And what does your job entail as an excavator operator on this project? How do you feel as a Liberian working on this project? All right, thank you. Thank you. All the best in your work. All right, so you can see he's happy, giving us his job description as well, what he does as an excavator operator. As you can see, there is a mixture of craftsmen. You have those who are masoners, doing masonry work. As you can see, they're doing their plastering and the rest. You have steel benders, welders, and the rest. They all here forming part of this project. So work continues. As you can see, so far it's taking some sort of shape. Though there is still a lot of work to be done, but these guys are putting in their backs and their energies to make sure that this project is taking shape as we speak. So from masoners to welders to steel benders or platters, if you want to call it that way, this is what is happening behind the blue fence that you see when you're driving along the Tottenham Boulevard and you're wondering what's happening behind the blue fence. This is what is happening. The construction of the overhead bridges taking shape right now as we speak. Even on a Sunday, the guys are working tirelessly to make sure that they do meet their timeline of 24 months to deliver these bridges to the Liberian people. Blow dryer being used for quick drying of the concrete. What's you doing? Your name? What's your name? Prince Masale? Prince Masale, what kind of work you doing here? You carpenter? Yeah. So how you feel working on a project? You feel good because it bring what to your country? It bring beauty to your country. What will you tell your children tomorrow when the overhead bridges are done? What will you tell them when they drive you on there or yourself riding on it? What you say? I say, what do you tell your children, yourself, tomorrow when you're finished building this bridge and you ride on it? So it makes you proud? You're proud that you're working on a project? Okay, so he said, thank you, Prince. So Prince says he graduated from the Booker Washington Institute and he feels proud working on this project. And in 20 to 25 years from now, he will be telling his children, his grandchildren, and those who know him that he did work on this project. It's a moment of pride for him. And every other guy, every other craftsman, every other technocrat that we've spoken to have said similar. That it's not just about earning an income for which they are, but it's also about being proud of what they are contributing to their country through their skills and craftsmanship. What's up, Dad? How you doing? Bro, what's up? Your name? Aloysius. What work you doing here? I see you trying to plait the steel. What work you doing here? You still bend up? So all the frame there that we're seeing here, are you the one doing it? That your team doing it? So how you feel working on a project? Okay. Alright, you proud of working on it? Oh yeah? What the issue? Oh, they can feel you. How long now? But it was in your agreement to fee you and everything. You ain't get contract shit here up to now. You own any company? You working for any company? Okay. So the CRBC recruited you. And you ain't signed no contract? You're not telling what happening? Okay, that's something we'll investigate here. Okay, thank you. So Aloysius is saying that they've been working with this company for at least 8 months now. CRBC, the company that is carrying out the construction of the overpasses, and the issue of feeding and welfare hasn't been met. That is something we will want to investigate during the course of this week and to find out what are the terms and conditions of their contracts. Liberians that are working, providing manual labor to this particular project. But what we see happening here is the steel rods and whatever engineering term this is used that is called, you know, is being put in place, and after that we'll be casting and we'll see that the overpass or overpasses will then take shape. It's Sunday morning here in Liberia, and this is just a sneak peek behind the blue fence what is actually happening. The guys are working in conjunction with their Chinese counterparts, and they're making sure that they can deliver these bridges to the Liberian people in a deadline, a timeline for which they stated 24 months, that is 2 years, and they're working to deliver that as well. Prior to this, you would have seen, you know, we have homes with their fences all at this location. We have people selling, you know, they've done a lot of digging, excavating, and currently they're doing construction work. This is just one side. This is around the Boulevard Junction area. There is another team working along the ministerial complex area leading up to this end. You can hear the whirling of tools, power tools, the whirling of power tools. You can see the construction of forms as well. So we will be going to the other end, that is the end at the ministerial complex area, where we have another team, as I said, that is equally working from that portion leading up to this point. We've been informed that they've been divided into two separate teams, but they are from the CRBC company that is carrying on the construction work. So there is another team at the SKD Sports Complex that is responsible for mixing of the concrete, the testing of materials that will be used. There is an entire lab that has been constructed there at the Samarkando Sports Complex. We will be just around where it used to be called the Right to Play field. That field has been commandeered by the government, and they've built a construction base there as well. That's where materials are tested. That is where all of the concrete that will be poured and used for this road, this overpass construction, is being taken from as well. So as you can see, another form is being constructed there by the Chinese engineer with his Liberian counterpart. As you have seen on the videos as well, Liberians are well involved in the construction works here, from masoners to carpenters to steel benders, to excavator and heavy machinery operators, to welders and the like. They are all involved in this project. All right, so we will leave this end and move to the ministerial complex end to speak to the other team that is currently involved in this construction work. So I just want to remain live, and then we take a short drive to that particular end. So from further, this is the view. So for motorists, those using the Tottenham Boulevard, this is what you see. You don't get to see behind this fence. You don't get this view. What you get is this blue wall of zinc, this blue zinc wall that you see to protect the construction site and to protect motorists and pedestrians from whatever materials, whatever work that is being done behind this fence. So this is not only just to, somebody said, to hide what is happening, not necessarily, but to protect motorists and pedestrians from debris and other objects that might be flying or might be, chipping away as they're doing these construction works behind here. Remember, they're using heavy equipment, and hence there might be some issues of debris or pieces of rocks or cement or whatever, that might, hit any oncoming vehicle as well. So it's more of a protection. So we leave this place now and we go to the ministerial complex end. We just want to maintain one live coverage. We go to the ministerial complex end to see what level of work is being done there as well. My name is Diamond Slanger. Today we also take you along the RRA highway to see what level of work is being done concerning the installation of street lights to light up the Roberts International Airport highway, which is, yes, very, very dark and very scary for that matter, especially when you're driving along our country's international airport highway. So yes, let's leave this place and go over to the other team that is working just around the ministerial complex. So give it a minute, please, and then we can go to that end. Okay. So if you're getting the audio, please let me know the quality of the audio, if it's good enough, or if we need any sort of adjustments to be done. As we are about to take a drive towards the ministerial complex area. So kindly just leave a comment and the quality of the audio. All right, so just kind of leave a comment. We're leaving the Boulevard Junction area, making our way towards the ministerial complex. There is another team that is working on the overpass from that particular end. So ground for this work was broken on the 2nd of September by President Joseph Yuman Boakai, just right before the ministerial complex there. This project has been in the making since 2019-2020 thereabout, but we did not get to see any work done. So the reason there isn't many vehicles on the road, today is a Sunday, and on Sundays, yeah, we don't have much of traffic. So please let me know the quality of the audio quality. If it's good, just kindly leave a comment. We're almost there. We see a truck. This truck is also being used in the construction process. There's probably coming from the ministerial complex area, where we see truckloads of rocks, dirt or earth, if you want to call it that way, all being excavated, being removed. Homes, fences, shops, and the rest of those areas or properties that are in the affected zone being demolished to allow for the construction of the overpasses, which will go a long way, as I said, in reducing traffic congestion in this whole stoppage of this third lane uses and allow for free flow of traffic. And it also tells us that as a country we need to do more in road infrastructure and expansion works, because we have gotten and will continue to get so many vehicles being brought into our country as people experience economic boom and benefit. So let me park to this end to be safe, and then we'll take a walk to the other side. Yeah, where you see the blue fence on both sides, this is the active construction zone. So I want to park at a very safe space, and then can walk you through. So just opposite is the former Unity Party headquarters. Others are hinting that it is probably the incoming headquarters of the Unity Party. So from former to incoming to whatever the case is, I still call it the former because it has not been officially declared that this place is going to be the new headquarters for the Unity Party for a second time. But we see pin jobs being carried out. The place is being repainted from all indications. This is not part of the scope of my work this morning, but since it's just within where I'm working, I can show to you that this building is also being repainted. The compound has been well manicured, the grass cut. This is far from what it used to look like some months ago when it looked virtually and literally deserted. But there seems to be new life has been breathed into the former Unity Party headquarters. But that's just a sideby. It's not part of the work that I'm doing here this morning. It still has got boldly inscribed Unity Party, but that's from far beyond prior to when they were evicted. But it now looks beautiful. It looks well taken care of. And we'll see, I do see new flag poles and new street lights have also been erected. So it looks recent. All right, so this is the second zone. This is the second zone of the overhead construction. As you can see, they have teams working, but I want to seek permission first, even though it's a public project, but I have to seek permission from these guys that are working to be able to come into their construction zone. All right, so this is just a view of what is happening.